Brothers, we must stop one thing. We just simply must to get out of our heads. We just simply have to get out of our heads and really double down with the things that we really want to be doing. Because listen up, brother. I was thinking so freaking much about this whole thing, and I was just on this journey of self-improvement, of Nofap, of semen retention, of meditation, of reading, and all the good stuff. And I was just doing them and doing them and doing them and doing them. And my main thing and my core activity for the day was every single time to just simply work out every single day, to do the good stuff every single day. And I was doing it so religiously, and I was just so caught up with doing the actual exercises, but that I just simply forgot the actual meaning behind this whole thing, which was me. If I'm actually evolving inside of my head, inside of my mind, inside of my heart. And so the actual thing over here is that throughout the last period of my life, I just really got into this, hey man, like I have to work out every single day. Hey man, if I do not work out, then something happens, and so on and so forth. And I was just thinking about it so much that it became my pretty much for my religion, that if I'm not working out for one day, then like I'm less, like I'm less of a person, I'm less of a human being, and like all those things. And so like if I'm not working out before working, then I cannot work that hard, and so on and so forth. And so basically all these ideas and all these mindsets, pretty much, which led me in the beginning to actually grow, led me into this phase of I would say decay, because now I was having all these ideas and all these prerequisites in order for me to be able to work, for example, and in order for me to be able to feel good, and so on and so forth. And so this whole thing led me to, and again, another obsession of mine with one meal a day. So basically, I am eating one meal a day pretty much, but I'm about to transition this whole thing into something else, perhaps back to intermittent fasting. So the point over here being that I was just so religious with one meal a day that I just simply thought that, hey man, if I'm eating more than one times a day, like I am not able to concentrate that much, which is obviously partly true, but not as religiously as I thought about that. So basically I had days when I was fucking starving for myself, despite of me not having enough calories inside of my system, despite of me eventually supposed to be doing something else, but like I was living like a monk, and like I was freaking suffering through the day because I was just like so fucking committed to this one meal a day. And so all of my ideas, all of my commitments that I've made with Nofap, with self-improvement, with all the good stuff, pretty much turned out to be all the downsides, because what happened over here is that I just really got to this place of, hey man, I need to do these exercises, I need to do them, and if I'm not do them, then I'm kind of less of a human being. Like I'm not that good. I have to run every single day, and so on and so forth. And so it just led me to be so much in my head, and it just led me to get into this place so much that I just forgot about myself, and I was over pushing myself. Like I was running despite of my knees hurting badly. Not eating. It's like freaking, torturing yourself pretty much, like in the fucking army, but not for weeks, not for months, but for a fucking year. And so, whilst that is good for certain parts of yourself, obviously to train your discipline, all the good stuff, at the end of the day, there is also a threshold. And I know that there are all these guys out there, David Goggins and all of the hardcore guys out there, and that's also very super nice and good. And I'm someone who was working out every single day and training. I mean, training at least 1 hour a day throughout the course of the last year. And I gotta tell you, brother, I like literally I was in minus 10 degrees out there in the snow. I was running for like an hour during winter, so I was doing pretty hardcore shit in this regard. And I gotta tell you that. So I'm not just someone who's getting out here and having an opinion about it, but I was actually going through some kind of a similar shit like that. That is good, and that is also character building. But there must be also times when we are reflecting on that, whether that is the path that we're supposed to be pursuing and we're supposed to be going after. Because again, we are just simply having this mindset regarding to how we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be doing, and all of our habits will become more of our So basically, we'll become more slave of our habits than our habits will be our servants, if you know what I mean. And so that is not a nice place to be at. And so I just wanted to let you know that, brothers, it is okay to somehow just, switch up a little bit and just go ahead and give yourself a little time of reflection. So, for example, yesterday, I would say yesterday and before yesterday, I wasn't sleeping. I was doing a huge reset because I was greatly fucking up my body clock. Basically, I'm definitely not in the US time zone, and since I moved my whole business and my whole operations to the business, I have to make pretty much all of my calls in US business hours, which is from basically 3 p.m. till midnight, basically, for me. And like, imagine me finishing up my day at midnight, and after that, not eating anything, and like, with all this shit that I have to move, and like, it's like I went into bed around like 4 a.m. if I was lucky, or like 5 a.m. if I was lucky, and some days like 6 a.m. like, like the sun was already up, and I just went to bed, and like horrible sleeping and all that shit. And basically, I just decided to make a huge reset. So what I've done is that basically I didn't sleep, and I basically slept maybe 1 hour for a day, and basically I resetted the whole thing, and I was fasting. So now I just woke up before 7, which is like, for me it was like going to bed time. Basically, I've been blessed to switch up this whole thing, and now I'm, like, I wouldn't say that I'm super excited, but I'm feeling like something is more healthier inside of me because of this. And again, today I just woke up, and I didn't have this anxiety that, hey man, I have to go out and work out. But I was like, man, like, how you feel, like, allow yourself to be this way today, because you'll be moving anyways, because you're just working out twice a day. It's like, you're inside of it, this is inside of yourself. So like, you will be working out anyways because you fucking love doing that shit. So basically, I woke up, I've done I would say 40 minutes of light workout over here, like some push-ups and burpees. And yeah, that's also good for my joints too, like, take some breaks some days. And brothers, I hope that you're winning your days, and you're killing it too, but not necessarily the way that you're thinking that, hey man, I have to push hard, but I push it from your heart, what I mean. So yes, needed to share this with you, and hope that you're having a blessed day. Love.